Grab onto your armrests, Swifties.
It really is a big deal. She votes against ACT, which is just basically protecting us.
Because this one will have you by the edge of your seats.
Now, I know is right, and you guys, I need to be on the right side of history. I don't care if they write that. I'm sad that I did.
We are delving deep into the full details of the myriad of legal drama Taylor Swift has recently found herself mired in.
I've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of
Your popcorn should be seasoned because this one is going to take a whole minute.
But then sometimes I'm just like, it just gets loud sometimes.
For the Swifties in the know, and also for those who don't keep up with what's been happening recently in the life of the billionaire pop star,
constantly feeling like I was fighting for people's respect.
Taylor Swift have just been court-issued a subpoena in relation to the legal battles surrounding the production of the movie. That's right, folks. Taylor Swift will now be court-ordered and legally dragged into the drama of her actress friend Blake Lively and her role in the recent feud with It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni.
You have me. You involve me.
I know.
So if I'm not what you want,
No, I'm fine.
We've all been watching from the sidelines for months as snippets of what happened kept popping up here and there almost every day. Even Blake Lively's husband, actor Ryan Reynolds of the recent Deadpool fame, got involved in his wife's career and issued statements against Baldoni and took a stand beside his wife in public in full support of her.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
His acknowledgement and involvement in the matter made Baldoni reveal details that he did not make public initially. But as Baldoni was being pushed to a corner, he started playing his trump card to change his public perception against the continuous slander and media onslaught by Lively and co. Now the whole narrative is turned over in its head, and everyone is shocked. Lively also had her friend Taylor Swift to chime in with her support and defending the actress publicly.
Yeah, she was, she's a person who shows up for you, and I'm so grateful to have that love and that support.
Clearly showing that she chose a side and is sticking with her friend's narrative of the events that unfolded. If you have been keeping up with the drama, you know Swift's name has been spinning around this project for a while now, most probably due to her intimate friendship with Blake Lively.
I think for me it's really important to constantly challenge yourself.
Now this is where things get even more complicated, as it has been happening for a while with this drama, folks. Every time we think we know enough, someone swings a curveball that totally throws off our understanding of the matter. When the news of the subpoena broke, Taylor's representatives quickly issue a statement saying Taylor was not involved in the casting or creative decision for the movie. What she did do was to allow her song, My Tears Ricochet, to be used on the soundtrack.
But first, let's catch up on Taylor Swift getting subpoenaed. Now, her reps, sources close to her, like reps for Taylor, have spoken to a lot of outlets, so it seems like this is coming from her team, not just some source. And now in responding to her getting subpoenaed, she's being feisty. She's fighting back, saying Taylor Swift never set foot on the set of this movie. No one ever said you were on set of the movie, for the record, just to be clear. I've talked to the crew. You weren't on the movie, that's true. But she was not involved in any casting or creative decisions. That's not true. She did not score the film, that's true. She did. There's rumors, though, that she had the person fired. I don't know if that's actually true. I think that was Blake. She never saw an edit or made any notes of the film. She did not even see It Ends With Us. Ouch.
However, despite the issued statement, reports are starting to surface that paint a slightly different picture. Some reports suggest that Taylor did have some influence in the movie, specifically when it came to casting decisions.
Are you sure about that?
She told me Taylor Swift helped her get the role, like signed off on her audition.
I was casting, and I had actually brought in and showed her casting tape to Blake and Taylor, and they were both like, yes, her. And that's a true story.
So not only did Justin say that.
Did I hear that Taylor may have had some influence in getting she did. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I'm meant to be saying it, but I'm saying it. Yeah, she was a helpful part of the process of the audition, which I found out later after I got it, and that rocked my world. Yeah. I have no words.
Well, there's two actors, I guess, are both lying, Isabella and Justin, who are, I believe them. I believe that she was involved.
This is a repeat of what initially happened in this drama when Blake Lively's accusation of Justin Baldoni painted a very one-sided picture of him. But then the screenshot of his texts and correspondence revealed something otherwise.
And then let's just do one almost like super close.
Yeah.
Can you guys frame up on Sebastian, on you?
Yep.
We'll just do like our lips are right next to each other.
Yeah, gotcha.
It seems that the supporters of Team Blake can't get their statements right, because if Swifties recall correctly, Ryan Reynolds also feigned ignorance of the accusations against his wife at first, and when faced with supporting evidence, he seemed to slowly fade away in the background, choosing not to get involved in the matter any further. It is not just this report. Blake Lively herself has mentioned Swift's influence throughout the film.
It feels like a big, beautiful summer movie, but like we didn't have any budget. So there were a lot of favors and a lot of begging. And for Taylor?
In one of the videos, it was mentioned that Blake has been referring to Taylor's support and perhaps even her input during press events.
For Taylor? I mean, honestly, she was with me on this experience the whole time.
The whole time Taylor was with her on this experience.
Now the question is there a link between what Taylor's team is saying and what others involved in the project have said? Is Taylor downplaying her role, or is there more to the story?
Now, I don't know how true that is, because we know Blake likes to overextend how much Taylor actually does for her, but this is Blake now putting it on the record. Taylor was involved the whole time, so if you're mad at anybody, be mad at Blake.
All throughout it, so like she really lived this with me.
She lived this with me all throughout it.
Yeah, she was, she's a person who shows up for you, and I'm
she shows up for
so
you.
grateful to have
her love and support.
That love and that support.
So, no, you can't be mad at Brian Freeman or Justin for being subpoenaed Taylor. It's all this girl.
Let us explore why Taylor has been feeling betrayed and exploited by Blake. Now let's say that Taylor is actually innocent. If so, then it is completely understandable for her to be genuinely frustrated.
It just feels like it's more than music now at this point.
Especially if her name was used to promote the film in ways she did not consent to, let alone authorize. Now, on the other hand, let us consider that Taylor is guilty of playing a part. To be more specific, offering insights and assistance behind the scenes, then this is where the situation gets more complex. Is there a misunderstanding? Or is someone not being honest about the extent of Taylor Swift's involvement in the movie It Ends With Us? Taylor is in a bind now. To support her statement of minimal involvement, she may need to counter statements made by her close people tied to the movie, which will eventually put her in an uncomfortable position with Blake. Keeping the legal aspect aside, Taylor being subpoenaed means she may be required to offer a testimony under oath. This is more serious than it seems, and it further suggests that the legal teams believe she is withholding substantial information related to the case. Question is, what kind of information? If we are to speculate further, it can be related to conversations she had with Blake about the movie. Maybe she witnessed an interaction or agreement that is now under both public and legal scrutiny. However, what we do know is that her testimony is being pursued and that her perspective on this is considered to be valuable. Depending on the outcome of the discovery of this court-ordered subpoena, Team Blake might be able to recover some of their lost and recently questionable public image, or it might paint them in an even more non-flattering light than previous evidences have. Will Taylor stick with her friend till the end, or separate herself from this drama like Ryan Reynolds did? We cannot speculate without all facts in hands, so we have no choice but to be patient and see what unfolds. So, who is being honest and who is lying? Is Taylor actually upset by this legal cobweb, or do you think there is more to the story? We certainly don't have anything new on our hands for now, and whatever we knew, we just shared it with you. If you want to shed more light on this epic chronicle, please let us know in the comment below what you think.